This is the remnants of my post-workout chicken that I had. All I had was some hoisin sauce on about 400 grams of chicken breast, so quite a lot of protein post-workout. Didn't eat it all at once. I actually ate like half of it, played a little bit of GTA, which you can see there in the background, and then just finished off the rest of it. I think for now though, because my carbs are really low and so are my fats, I'm going to make the most of that. Gonna go up to Tesco now and get either ice cream or some cookies. I'm gonna see what they got there. Last night I was trying to figure out the best way to put my split, because it has been perfect the way it's been going, but the volume's kind of been all over the place. Some days it'll be way too much, and other days it'll be a little bit less because there's not as much on those days. So basically what these numbers here are the number of exercises, so really the volume that I feel like I need to do on each of them. So I think what I'm gonna do is put chest with biceps and triceps, so chest and arms, put back with shoulders, and then put legs with abs. So in total I'm doing about 8 or 9 exercises on each day of my split, and I've actually written it down here as well because I was just racking my brain about what to do. It's written so neatly, don't you think? But yeah, I decided to do that like that, and then instead of having a rest day every single week, from time to time I'm also going to do shoulders. So it's actually Sunday today, so I did shoulders today, and I've got to say, I think considering that's a really weak point for mass for me personally, it's good that I'm doing it 3 times a week. Doing it twice where I'm kind of doing mid-level volume and, you know, working it enough to influence some growth, but then I'm doing it again on Sunday to really kick it in the arse and make sure that I'm getting an overall good shoulder workout. So that's good at the moment. So I'm gonna go get some ice cream and I'll show you guys what I get. If you're wondering what flavour I got of ice cream, I went for the cookie dough, probably my favourite. And yes, I did strap it in, making sure I didn't get damaged, you know, safety first. Trying to be funny, I'm sorry. For those of you wondering, I've already checked the macros on this before I went in and bought it. I'm not going to have the whole tub, although I would usually, you know, back when I was dirty bulking, just eat the entire tub. But I think tonight I'm going to have half, so I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to measure this. Obviously just half however much it weighs, but like, should I put it in a bowl or should I just like weigh the container after and estimate how much I eat? I don't know. I'll probably put it in a bowl, to be honest. Anyway, I'm going to eat this, going to go in and eat that whilst I watch the newest episode of American Horror Story, probably play some GTA and do some other couple bits and bobs. So I'm going to leave the video here for today, and I'll see you all in the next clip tomorrow. What's up guys, welcome back to another commentary, and as the title of this video says, I'm going to go through my 3 favourite tricep exercises. So the first one that you're seeing here is the tricep push down. Now you can do this with any other kind of attachment, maybe even the rope. Really doing any other attachment is just going to vary what kind of muscles putting more emphasis on, but most of them really just target all 3 of the heads, and especially this one here really targets all 3 of the heads evenly, but it kind of leans more towards the lateral head rather than the long heads at the back of the tricep. So that's my first favourite one, and that's probably one that I do in most of my tricep workouts. And then after that is this flat bench press, which I've been doing recently, and it's starting to become another favourite. Reason being is because similarly to the push down, it involves all 3 of the heads and kind of gives you an even pump and even activation with each muscles, but as a weak point of mine being the lateral head, so the smaller bit on the side there that you'll see is almost in line with the brachioradialis, so near my forearm, and it goes towards the forearm. This is really going to help you build them, and that's why I'm doing them. So find your weak point to know what you have to do more of in order to involve them. Now the reason I put more footage of me doing the flat bench press, you see I put 2 clips here, is because the first one there you might have noticed that my wrists were really kind of leaning back and they were quite unsupported, and I wasn't really having a firm grip. So I actually recorded the next set after that, and every set after this I was doing what I was meant to be doing, so making sure that my wrists are strong, staying in the same place. That's something that you should remember with any tricep exercise. Now as for grip with a close grip, clue is in the name, you do need to have a close grip if you're doing it to activate your triceps. Just like doing a normal flat bench with a wider grip, it's going to involve some of the chest, so if you're doing a close grip it's going to mostly put the weight onto your triceps, but it's also going to have a little bit of the weight on your chest, and vice versa. If you're doing wide grip, it's going to be mostly on your chest, but it's also going to be on your triceps and on your shoulders a little bit as well. So close being so close that your elbows are basically right at the side of your body, because that's the best way for you to really activate that muscle without going too close to the point where it really makes your wrist feel uncomfortable. Now the third and final one is this skull crusher here. So holding a close grip on this, again, just so that I'm targeting more of the lateral head of my triceps, but if you were to hold a wider grip, maybe even with a flat bar or dumbbells, it would target more of the long head. Now you should be including at least one type of overhead movement that's really going to put a stretch on your tricep if you're trying to build overall mass on your triceps, because by doing overhead movements like skull crushers, French curls, really anything where your tricep and your arms are above your head, so if your elbows are above your head, or you're holding the weight and moving the weight in a way that it kind of simulates that. So with the skull crushers here, my arms are straight up when I'm laying on my back, but when I let the weight stretch it back, it really stretches that tricep. Doing these overhead movements is really going to help you build the biggest part of the tricep at the back there, the long head. So if you're trying to fill out your sleeves and grow bigger arms in general, not only is triceps the way to go because they make up 2/3 of the arm, but also doing overhead movements are really going to help you stimulate the growth there. Now with all of these exercises, really squeezing at the end of the movement, particularly with the cable one right at the start that I mentioned, is going to help you activate all of those muscle fibers and really influence the most growth that you can get out of that. So hope you enjoyed those 3 exercises that I mentioned there. Let me know if I helped you out with any of the tips I gave you, and enjoy the rest of this vlog. So just got back from the gym and filling up the car. Post-workout meal is going to be this, and then a little bit later on there is chicken somewhere. There's some raw chicken that I'm going to probably season or whatever and have that with some pasta and some more healthy foods. I'll probably put some greens in there, some veg, maybe some beans as well. But also the ice cream that I had yesterday. Right, so I said I was only going to have half, right? Here is evidence that I did only have half. I'm only saying this because the other day when I did had like a cheat meal at the end of my video with the pizza, I don't want to give off the wrong impression that I'm saying that I'm staying kind of like low calorie, low surplus with this bulk, and then not actually sticking to it and then just dirty bulking again, because I want to make sure that I'm motivating you guys in the right way. So yeah, I personally think that my ice cream self-control is impeccable. But yeah, gonna have that today, and that's gonna be kind of my like cheat meal thing. Still gonna have quite a lot of fat left over after that, so I can have a few more little treats. But that's the whole idea of, or my idea of having little cheat meals here and there, rather than like going all out and having a cheat meal once a week. Well, that's good, and you should really just find what works for you. I personally feel like just having little snacks kind of gets rid of that that need for crappy snack food, and it doesn't ruin your diet. But by all means, find whatever works for you. Some people have a cheat meal once a week and it's completely fine, they don't overindulge. Some people like me can have little snacks and again, they don't overindulge and they can stick to their diet and still be strict with it. But for some people, you know, if they have a pizza, even if it fits in their macros, they're just going to end up wanting more stuff, and you find that when you eat stuff like that, it does kind of up your cravings sometimes. But find what works for you and just stick to that. The reason I came in here is I was looking for some Assassin's Creed Xbox games. I think I might put them upstairs. Alright, I found them, and the reason I was looking for these and also the Guitar Hero is because I'm going up to Jasmine's uni again soon, and she's only ever played the second one, I think, of this, so I'm going to take up the first, the other like 2.5 and whatever other ones I can find about my room. I'd definitely say that the Assassin's Creed series, along with Fable and GTA, has to be my favourites when it comes to games. I really like the free roam kind of games where you can choose your own path in the story. Call of Duty and they are all good as well, but like Assassin's Creed. So as promised, I'm actually eating something fairly healthy for dinner, so I've got a hell of a lot of pasta there, it's about 200 grams. Got some green beans there, just like a handful, I think roughly about 100 grams, not that there's much in it. And then just some carrots as well, probably about 100 grams. And then that's about 500 grams of chicken, so lots of chicken to have in one meal and a lot of pasta. But haven't eaten much else. This is actually going to pretty much complete my macros, and then after this I'm going to eat the remainder of the ice cream that I had the other day. So I ate half yesterday, I'm going to eat the other half of it tonight whilst watching Walking Dead. It actually perfectly reaches my macros. I worked it out and the carbs are a little bit under, the protein's slightly over, but the fats are perfect from eating that ice cream. So I'm currently going to eat this whilst watching some Max Tuning on YouTube, and going to get started on the editing of this video and the commentary. And as I say, watch Walking Dead season, I think it's season 7, it came back. It's been off the air for about 3 or 4 months, ended on a cliffhanger. Gonna find out who Negan killed with his Lucille tonight, so not gonna tell you any spoilers, even if it's something that's just annoying and frustrating. It's gonna be a good character, we all know. It's gonna be someone that we all don't want to die. Someone's gonna die, like Daryl or Glenn or Abraham, just someone's gonna die. But anyway, gonna conclude the video here. Haven't got much else I'm doing with my evening, so I haven't got much to show you guys. Anyway, I hope you enjoy this vlog, and I'll catch you all in the next one.